welcome back to my channel. Give me beso, extendo, gra. I carry bitches like I'm prego, that's my song. Y'all, that is my song, y'all. Like, that is my motherfucking song. Like, every time I hear it, I remember the damn TikTok for the damn song. Like, this was worse than when I heard Beyonce's Cuff It, and my ass was trying to do the whole damn dance by myself. I don't have TikTok, y'all, but like when you see them TikToks on Instagram, and it was worse because I heard the song and I'm just like, this is a bop. Like Beyonce's song, but like, that was a whole bop. And then my ass felt like I had 2 left feet and I couldn't do it. But I'm like, you know when dances on TikTok look so easy and so corny, so like you feel like you could ace them, but when it comes actually doing them like on your own, beat for beat on TikTok, it's a whole different thing. Yeah, that's what it was. But yo, like, it's hand movements for this song. Give me beso, extendo, gra. I carry bitches like I'm prego, but like, y'all know, like, it's a whole different song. Like, it's a whole different like scenario. So yeah, but let's get actually to what we're about to get into the fucking right now. So I never thought, like, when I said it didn't even occur to me, when I said it wasn't even a thought, when I said it wasn't even a thing that I ever thought I would do in a million years, ever, baby girl, every day, it's just one of those points where just like I really gotta stop saying that, because you never know, at some point, like, you finna keep making story times on motherfuckers that try you, or just people that try you in general. Like, they feel like they can play with you, or you stupid. There's a difference between playing like you're stupid and actually being stupid. And I'm not one of the motherfuckers like, you finna try. Like, let's be for real. Like, it ain't one of the motherfuckers I'm about to try. Like, the fuck, like, be for real. Like, who are you? Oh, okay, you were somebody I was cool with. Who am I? A smart ass bitch that you thought you could play, but you ended up, I guess, getting played in a dance without that actually being my intentions. Yeah, it was definitely motherfucking that. Okay, y'all, so I'm gonna tell y'all a story time. It's one of those, y'all. It's one of those fudge story times, and if y'all don't know, then I'm sorry. You better go watch one of my videos in my playlist and watch Meeting Fudge, because bitch, y'all, it's definitely one of those story times. But at this point, we're gonna call him Chuck, because it's defining, it's aligning, it's connecting, it's just all that scenario. So as you can see, I did my hair for my birthday. I wanted like a Rapunzel look, but it's at the verge of being frizzy and holding down for its dear life. I tried, like, it was really lifting for dear life, but I saved it with Got2b glue. I just gotta get this side now and like click it down. But I did the little soupy soup, because soupy soup was actually lifting, and I'm trying to keep this hair in for like a good 2 to 3 months, max 2, so I don't need lifting earlier than when I did it. So yeah, but it's cute though. Like, it's really cute on me. Like, ponytails, anything that has a pony with it fits me. Anything that's a weave fits me. Like, don't get twisted. Y'all may see me on here on camera looking like I just woke up, but best believe when I get my hair done, I'm a whole different person. Like, I'm a whole different girl. Like, I'm a baddie. Like, period. I'm serving, I'm leaking, I'm coming correct. Like, don't get twisted. Like, best believe something's shaking over here. Like, especially with my hair getting done, and my nails and my toes, baby, don't play with it. Like, don't ever play with it in your entire life. Like, don't play with it. You can call me ugly, you can say I'm not your type, but best believe if I step outside right now looking like the way I look right now, or a whole bum, best believe it's someone's daddy, uncle, or something go try to pull me, and I'm gonna swerve, like, swerve. I'm gonna swerve the fuck out of them hoes, cause you're not about to play me. Like, best believe, like, y'all have, like, kids that are damn near my age, or older with kids, and you trying to bag, like, someone that's near your kid's age. That's kind of giving incest. Like, be for real, but be for real. But, like, all jokes aside, like, 5 minutes into the humidor and me just being random as fuck, this is for real what it is. Okay. Again, as I said, like, I never thought in a million years I would have to tell this story time, because this was somebody that I would say, like, back then versus now, but back then I felt like I trusted somebody that I wouldn't say I looked up to, but, like, when it comes to advice, like, it would be my go-to. When it comes to, like, progressing ideas, I'd be there, like, uplift one another, be there for another, like, not on no, like, romantic shit, like, on some friendship shit. If you need me to be there for you, I'll be there for you, vice versa. And I never thought I would be in this predicament. So, PSA, this is a story about Chuck. I highly doubt it, but because Chuck unsubscribed from my channel, and I will get into that reason, like, later on in the video, but he did. So I highly doubt he watches any of my shit anymore, nor subscribes. So if you're seeing this, just know, like, the story is about you. Put 2 and 2 together and figure it the fuck out. Okay, let's get into it now. Also, don't judge me in the story time, like, whatsoever. It's, I tell you all the time, if I vibe with you and I fuck with you, like, I'm gonna be cool with you and I'm gonna be friends with you and I'm gonna talk to you. But don't expect it to be more than what it is, because it's never that. It's always platonic as fuck. But these people be taking it as something else. So at this point, it's safe to say where I live is just full of creeps who just are, like, lonely and desperate and are trying to pick up young girls, and the young girls are interested in them, so they be trying to, like, buy your attention cheaply, and when that doesn't work, they just check out. Okay? Get it? You don't, sorry. Ask your sister, ask your sister-in-law, ask your friends. Like, I'm not gonna explain anything I said in this video, because I'm not trying to make it more than what it wasn't, even at the slightest, at the closest. So let's get into this story. Okay, so about Chuck. Okay, so this was okay. I'm not trying to put people's business out there, but I'm gonna just keep it brief and I'm gonna keep it simple. I've been trying to get my mama to date. Okay, be an extrovert, like, just put herself out there and date, and, you know, just, you know, mingle and mix with a guy, because I just, you know, it's really just a daughter looking out for her mama. Like, you be cooped up in the house, and I just want you to, mingle and put yourself out there. Like, I'm not saying you're gonna die alone or be alone, but like, hey, like, you always on my ass, you always nagging me about something on the phone. So, you know what I'm saying? I just want you to get the focus off me and like just, put yourself out there, like just date somebody, whatever. So I've been on her. When I say on her, I mean like I've been on her to put herself out there. I didn't recommend her no dating apps. I didn't recommend her no other apps, because at the end of the day it's just like these apps are iffy, and all the stuff I be hearing about people going on dating apps and coming up missing, coming up dead, coming up half presented. No, baby, we not taking no risk. Like, I rather it be in the proximity of where I'm at, to the point where like if something like, let's say, to ever transpire, God forbid, I'm gonna know it's in my building, and I'm gonna know what to do, and I'm gonna know how to like pull up if I got to, or like fuck it up if I want to. You feel me? Or if anyone ever tries. So that's what it was. So she finally put herself out there, okay, and to keep it like brief, she put herself out there and she met this person in her own timing, and you know what I'm saying? I feel like, I don't know what it is, but I feel like they just clicked. It's one of those where like we don't do the small talk, we don't go on dates, we don't like do any of that. Like, we just talk, have a conversation, and we click, and now we're both together. Like, not the best situation, but who am I to say anything? Like, it is what it is. Like, it's how you click, it's how you click. So it is what it is, right? So that's really what it was. Like, and then on top of that, it was one of those, like, she was seeing him, they were like doing the grown folk era business, whatever, not my business, not my say. So at some point, my mom brings Chuck up to see me, like to see little old me, like just to come see me and meet me or whatever. And I seen him when I was coming out of the washroom, and I was just like, hi. I was like, hi, how are you? Like, I'm not a mean person. Like, hey, like, if you're gonna be around my mom, that's obviously you're gonna be around me. So it's best that I see what's up with you and see if like you actually like something for her or not, right? So, I see him, right? He says, I see him, I get ready, I come out. I don't know what I was wearing that day. I came out and I said, what's your name? And he was like, Truck. And I was like, is it Chuck like normally how you spell Chuck, or is it Chuck how you spell it a different way? And he was like, no, it's definitely how you spell Chuck the first way. So I was like, okay, cool. Like, I got to meet him. I said, okay, nice meeting you, Chuck. And that was it. Like, no fondling. I'm not the type of girl, like, no fondling, none of that. Like, I meet you, it's good to meet you. I think we had like a brief 1-2 exchange, and cool, like, I fuck with you because you're mad chill. I'm not getting no vibes that you're a pedophile, that you're a molester, you're a community rapist, none of that. You're mad cool, you're a vibe, and you know what I'm saying, like, you're cool for my mom, whatever. So in those brief moments, like, you know what I'm saying, like, me, like, I've, like, he started coming over here, like, every night, right? Chuck was coming over here every night. So, like, you know what I'm saying? So it was not like me spot, like, it's me seeing my mama, and he just comes. He lets her know that he's coming, but she don't tell me that, yo, like, he's coming over. You know what I'm saying? Like, so when I hear knock at the door, I'm like, who is it? And it's Chuck, right? So Chuck starts coming, you know, over every time, but the way it's shaped is where, like, he doesn't come when he knows that my mom is, like, front, present, and center. He comes when she's about to go, like, in the bedroom, like, you know, go do her womanly business. You feel me? And it's just me and him on the couch. She's like, just keep him company, you know, talk to him, whatever. So I let him in. You know what I'm saying? I know, like, who the fuck are you? Slam the door and make you up your business. Like, I let you in, and I talk, you have a conversation with me, we're talking, we're cool. I find out you're mad chill, and we talk. You ask if I've ever been certain places. I tell you yes, I tell you no, yes, no, yes, no. Like, it's 21 questions. Basically, you're asking me, I ask him, and you go back on your phone and watch your YouTube, or you play some phone games waiting for my mom. My mom comes out, y'all doing the forbidden dance, the nitty gritty, whatever, and I'm going back up, minding my business. Like, that's what, like, I know my cue. Like, I know when I got to go. Like, I'm not gonna stay there on the couch on my phone while my parents, while my mama and her partner are doing the forbidden dance. Like, ew, like, be for real. Like, none of that shit. So I left, like, went about my business, went about my day. So it was repetitive that. Now, so at some point, y'all know me and Chuck, like, I don't know why. I really should stop. I really should stop doing this. But it's just like, I never, like, I would stop doing this, but it's really hard for me to make friends my age in the Toronto region versus I make friends who are older than me, wiser than me, and we click. Simple shit. And this habit, I feel like, started when I was in high school, because, like, I was never friends with girls who were in my grade or in the same age. I was friends with people who were graduating. Like, and I don't know if anything's wrong with that, or that's, like, something I should, like, stop. But I'm always friends with people who are, like, graduating. Like, that were graduating high school. Like, for example, if I'm in grade 9, or because I just think different. Like, I'm just mentally, you know, like, I'm just mentally with that clique, like, them type of people who, like, are graduating. So, like, like, I don't even think, like, I don't think like a grade 9er is supposed to think like I'm, like, on a whole nother level. Like, I'm thinking like the grade people who are about to graduate type level. Like, I'm not thinking about, like, you know, what normal grade 9ers, grade 10 like people try to do. Like, I'm thinking on their level. So we click on that type of level. So I feel like that's really, like, I don't know how to explain it, but if you get it, you get it. Like, you know, when, like, you click more with the older crowd more than the crowd that you're supposed to click with. I think that's what it is. And I don't feel like that's an issue. But now that I'm thinking about it, I feel like it is an issue. Because just, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, me, like, personal, like, just like a one-on-one thing. Like, I've been bullied, butterfly. So, like, like, when I say my whole life, like, all my life, I've been trying to fight. Like, I've been fighting. When I say I'd be fighting. I've been fighting, backstabbed, heartbroken. Like, I've been really fighting, you know. And there's to the point where, like, I told y'all, like, I think one of my story times where, like, I was desperate for friends, to the point where, like, I was degrading myself and trying to fit in. And I'm not trying to share from the story, but like it's just facts, it's facts, and it is what it is. Like I'm trying to like let y'all know. Like I don't think it's an issue, but like you know what I'm saying? Like you try to be from the older crowd, they shame you, they bully you, they do all this type of shit to you, they degrade you, and then you know, you degrade yourself as like a girl, and you're so desperate to be friends with people your age that you buy all the poppin' shit, like all the poppin' shit everyone talks about. You put your ears to them streets, them like, when I say streets, I mean them like blocks, like them hallway streets, and you hear what's poppin', what everyone wants, and you don't know what it is yet. So you do your little like 1, 2, and you find out, oh, that's the shit everyone's talking about. Okay, maybe if I get this shit, you know, they'll like me, I'll become cool, and I'll be part of a popular clique. When reality is that you buy that shit, they all like you for one freaking day, then that shit, that one popular shit gets old, and they're suddenly back to the basics. Like people bullying you, degrading you, playing with your feelings, playing with your emotions. So I don't know. Like I feel like after I've been through all that trauma and stuff like that, and all that anger I've done, and the expelling and all that type of stuff, like I feel like I really leaned toward the older crowd. Like I'm not saying like they were like 21, you know, whatever. I mean like I was in grade 9 or I was in grade 10 and they were in grade 12. Like they were in the area of like graduating. I mean like they were 18 and 19 or whatever. Like it is what, I don't know if that's a bad thing, because like I feel, for the way I think of it, y'all, I felt like, you know, I was just learning. Like I was just learning earlier than I was supposed to, if that makes sense. Or I just clicked with the older crowd because like I just wanted to learn shit. So when I hit that milestone that they are, like it already clicks in, and I already know what is what and what it is before everybody else. Like I ain't new to the shit no more. Like I know what it is. I've been around these people to know A from B and B to C and how to graduate early or whatever. So I know the 411, the 611, like I know all of that. So I feel like that's really what it is. Like I didn't feel like it was an issue, but I don't know if I feel like it's an issue now because I'm in like my 20s, y'all. Like I'm in my 20s. 30 isn't so far away, and this is like the second older person that's way past my age. Or I don't know if I have daddy issues. I don't know what it is, y'all, but like I'm thinking about it more and more, and I'm just like, yo, like this is like the second person that I've been through, and like maybe I need some counseling, or maybe I'm just missing my daddy or something, because I'm leaning towards people who are like father figure, and they be trying to like fellatio your girl on some weird incest shit, but they're not really my daddy. They're like people's boyfriends, people's wives, and you know what I'm saying? Like it's just weird. Like I don't know. I don't know if that's a problem. Y'all let me know if that's that a problem, or do I got like a problem or something? Cause like I don't know. Cause the way I viewed it in middle school, but now that I'm getting older, it's kind of just like one of those like what the fuck moments. Like am I good? Like am I stable type shit? But I don't know. But back to the story. So yeah, that's really what it was with like Chuck. Like we just vibe, we just click, and he was just like, you know, I go to these places, like, you know what I'm saying? Like Chuck was like, I'm always on. Chuck was telling me what he does for a living, so he's always traveling. Like keep that in mind. Like he's always traveling by, you know, his work. Like he goes to these places, but it's work purposes, like delivery, like manufacturing, delivery. Like that's really what it was. And I was just like, I always want to go one day. Like I'm like, I always want to go into the States, because like I had friends in the States, and the people that I was clicked up to at the time, no longer now, but at the time, I'm like, bro, like this could be an opportunity to see them, like hang out with them, say like, yo, I'm in your spot, or yo, I'm in your city, like, yo, I'm in like your spot or whatever, and like call them and be like, hey, like I'm here, like you have like 30 minutes to get in your fucking car and meet up with me type shit. But yeah, y'all, like I took that as opportunity. And I believe he was just like, yo, if you ever want to go on a trip, I'll be more than happy to take you, you know, to see Montreal and get out of Canada, you know, like experience and learn more about your, you know, Canada. Like, keep that in mind. It was one of those videos he was like, you could learn about Canada, learn about it, explore it. You know, I know he's like, I know it's not like one of those like driving adventures, but hey, it's better than nothing. Okay, keep that in mind. So he said that to me, and I feel like I said I would think about it. I don't remember the conversation we had, but I feel like it was like, I'll think about it. And on top of that, I don't know you that well, so you know what I'm saying, like let's see how it goes. And I want to make sure, like, bro, like out of anything, you're dealing with my mama, so my mama has to trust her child with you to go, even though I'm grown, but still at the same time. So like when I say months go by, y'all, months go by, and we form a bond. So now we're like, we're mad cool, like we're PB and jelly, and we're calling out shit like before shit can get called. And maybe I'm wrong for this, but numbers were exchanged and we formed a friendship. So we're talking, you know what I'm saying, I'm getting to know him, and it's not a lovey-dovey shit like, man, you're cool, like, you know what I'm saying. So eventually, like, this is like, I feel like I'm trying to think, that's why I kind of zoned out. I feel like this was months of like him, like him coming to my mom's house, me going to my mom's house without knowing he was there, and then him saying, your smile is like so warming every time I come to the house, like, you know what I'm saying, like there's a good presence. And me sitting on the couch, and this should have been the first red flag, but like him like grabbing my legs and saying if he can like give me a massage, and him massaging my like foot, and me saying I'm good, like I'm saying I'm good, He's like, no, I'm good, like, you know, I'm saying, like, we're friends, blah, 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 blah. Like him using the friend card as like a valid reason to touch me in ways that are not appropriate, especially when you're dealing with my mom, basically. Like him like trying to give me a massage while my mom is like in the shower, and then like I don't feel like he's timing the shit, because the moment the water goes off, he just drops my foot and acts like he's been on his phone the whole entire time, when the whole time he's been massaging me, and then I got pretty skin. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was one of the things that I should have peeped, and I should just let it go, but I wasn't thinking, y'all. Like, I wasn't thinking, like him like massaging my feet, and him just now, like after all that, it's a repeat of it, and then to the point where like my mom trusts him, so now he wants to come down on his own, not unexpectedly, y'all, but just like on his own timing, to chill with his friend, aka me and him talking about the future, what I plan to do with my life, what I plan to do, like mentally, I'm okay mentally or physically, and him vice versa, us both talking about, you know, what we're gonna do. And then out of nowhere, him saying I'm fine, I'm cute, and then me awkwardly sitting there, and then him just saying like, you know, you're very like pretty, I don't know, but I've caught feelings for you, like I've caught feelings for you. And I'm like, but you did it, my mom. And him saying, well, you can think about it. You know, we don't have to be like girlfriend and boyfriend right away, but you know, we can, you know, you can think about it, give it some thought, you know, like. And him, like, us hugging and like him trying to like, y'all, like, majority of all our hugs would turn into like him kissing on my neck and me like moving my neck and him kissing on my neck and me moving my neck even more. And then there's times where like, y'all, like, we were like in the house talking and he tried to like French the fuck out of me and me like, ew, the fuck. And I'm like, what are you doing? And he's like, man, I don't even fucking know. And then him just leaving and then me going to the washroom to like freaking like scrub my mouth and wash out my mouth, cause be the fuck real. Like, that was the first red flag. Like, that was the first red flag I should have freaking ran, right? So I'm like, he probably had like a blackout moment and thought I was my mom. Like, me like being dumb as fuck, excusing his behavior, and then me basically like, okay, now I feel like me just excusing the fuck out of it and be like, okay, I'm gonna go on a whole trip with this man now. Like, months later after that whole tongue relationship happened, I'm gonna now go on a trip with you, right? The first trip was actually fine. Like, it's like, I've told many of my friends like, hey, y'all, I'm going on vacation, but the vacation basically was me joining him on a work journey. That is so embarrassing. But me joining him on a work journey and him paying for majority of everything. Like, when I'm talking about the food and the experience and all that type of shit, right? And me trying to munch y'all food, right? So like, me getting in his truck, now mind you, like, me sleeping and stuff like that, and him like and him like putting his whole leg on me and me feeling a whole growth of his penis on my butt and me like, what the fuck? Like, me saying what the fuck, and like I'm moving and he's like poking in my back to make sure I'm not thinking he's doing it intentionally for me to feel something. And yeah, like, and then him like cuddling with me and like, child, to the point where like it's a whole lot, and him just doing inappropriate shit. Now, after the first section of inappropriate shit happened, y'all, it's not like I didn't call him up and let him know like there's boundaries to this shit, because I did. I called him up, and we spoke on the phone for, I believe, an hour, and of me setting standards and me letting him know, like, bro, like, I'm not gonna tell my mom, I'm gonna handle it like a grown-ass person and put you in your place and let you know, like, I don't view you like that. Me letting you know, like, bro, I don't view you in any type of way. I only view you as a friend. And you swearing on everything that you understand and how you don't want to lose this friendship over the stupidity that you're doing. Literally. Okay. We have understanding. We're good. I say, okay. All right. Here we go again. So, me and him, you know, going out as friends for pizza, having laughs, him telling me about videos he's watched, TikToks he's watched. Like, it's a cool ass vibe. Like, don't friends do that? Like, don't friends go out for movies and food and talk about TikToks and talk about shit that's trending? Okay, that's what we did, right? Him saying all that, and then out of nowhere, after like one joint or one blunt later, round two, him talking about his feelings, him saying he has feelings for me, and him saying that, you know, sometimes when men love people's daughters and they know that they have to go through the moms to get to the daughters, They will literally fake love the moms just to get to what they actually want. Like, they will fake it till they make it. Me hearing that, y'all, I really should have told my mom. Like, I really, like, it wasn't like he was buying my attention or I was trapped in that whole, like, friendship or whatever. But it was one of those just like, I'm trying to vent to people about how I feel, about how, I want to put like it all out there, but basically just me trying to vent about how I feel about certain things that are being done and that are being said. And out of all the people, only one person's listening because they get the same treatment from that exact same person. So he was just the shoulder to lean on, and that was being taken advantage of at this point. So him saying that, him saying he likes me, and him saying he'll do anything for me, and me letting him know like it's none of that. Once again, him saying I know but I can't help the way that I feel, and that I really like you, and we should date, and I'm not saying we should have sex or anything. Like, I want to remind y'all that him and my mom are in the same age category. Just keep that in mind, right? Him saying me and him should be together. I'm not saying me and you should have sex, but we should, break the ice and we should be together. Or, I'm going to some family's cabin, like up north, and you should come, and me and you are gonna sleep in the same bed. W like T like cringe F. Then truck ride number 3. Me having a terrible breakout, me trying to like heal my face and detox, and him asking me another sexualized question about do I masturbate, me being dumb and saying I do, and him saying that would help with the breakouts, then him saying while he's high, have you ever been fellatious before, and me saying what the fuck, and then him saying like we're friends, we shouldn't be able to hide anything, we should be totally transparent and be honest with each other, and me just looking at him and not saying a damn shit, and then he's saying, you should totally let me like go down on you and get rid of that acne, and me looking at him like, what the fuck, no. And then me changing the topic to saying that I just want to buy this shit and this shit and this shit when I go back home, and him saying, Holly, I'll buy it for you, while still trying to get in my panties and go down on me, and me saying, what the fuck, no. Me saying in my head, this is the last time I'm going on a fucking drug drive with this man, but then more shit comes out, I'm stressed out, I want to go somewhere, I can't afford to go somewhere at this time, and he's the only easy access to go and get a peace of mind. My dumbass again just forgets everything that done happened, and we go like, this is like after us talking once again, me and him going on like rides around the city at nighttime while he's fucking high out of his freaking mind, and him just like having a conversation once again about his feelings and protesting, and me saying no. And then there's times where me and him are talking about some real fucking deep shit and having an understanding about the world and the pandemic and whatever is going on, and him and his spiritual beliefs and me and my spiritual beliefs. And one thing about me, I don't play about God or any of my spiritual beliefs, so I let him know about mine. Like, you can have your opinion, but at the end of the day, like, I'm gonna have mine, right? Then here comes the part where that just changes every freaking thing, like every freaking thing. Okay, so I'll let y'all know. right now. So me and him go. This was like the last trip, and this was like in November. Cause mind you, I wanted to make some sure going out with Chuck, the only access to like survival and food is junk food, and you know what I'm saying, it's the same junk food every 2 to 3 hours, or 2 to 3, like, yeah, 2 to 3 hours depending on traffic. Let's keep it a buck, right? So I don't want to go. What he does, let me put it this: what he does, and the only access is junk food, and you're not doing any type of like physical workout, and you're just sitting in a truck to get from one destination to another. You can pack on some freaking weight. So that's why I'm pretty sure he wanted me to go with him every single day, and me looking out for my health and my well-being. If I'm trying to lose weight, I cannot go with him every single day. Like, it'll be a waste of time. Like, I'll basically working out for nothing. You feel me? Like, imagine working out to get rid of the junk food you just ate and then going right back to eat it the next day. Like, it wouldn't make any sense. And then me detoxing for nothing. So I'm not about to do all that, right? So this is what happened. Okay, so I'm doing this thing called intermittent fasting. I don't know if I'm doing my times right, but based on my research, I just picked my 3 timings, and there's 1, 3, and 6. I'm probably gonna miss my 3 o'clock because I'm doing this video for y'all right now, but I will intertwine it, like fit it in somewhere, right? Or just drink water, right? So it's basically where you can eat whatever you want as long as you're tracking the calories and drinking lots of water. So mind you, that's the times I picked. It's really hard to do that with Truck's like driving schedule, because he can't stop when you want him to. He can't stop when you want him to stop, unless you gotta pee or brush your teeth. That's it. Like, you can't do all that. So he's gotta follow a certain schedule, and not like my schedule is not important, because it is, it's my body, but at the same time it's not putting bread in his pockets. So let's talk about it. So basically this is what happened. So I woke up pretty early, and when I woke up, when we were getting there from the night before, like driving to his actual station and sitting up and signing in and fixing his truck and finding his load, I had drank fluids from prior, right? So I woke up when he used the washroom, and I felt like to take the opportunity as well, like while I'm there, I'm also gonna brush my teeth and wash my face. It may not be at my best, because one thing about me, I don't like doing anything outside the comfort of my home, because I'm not gonna feel clean, but I have to suck it up because I'm not at my home. I'm like hours away from my home, so I have to do what I can to the best of my abilities, right? So I tell him I want to use the washroom. Is the nearest washroom anywhere here at your joint, because we're waiting for the load that we picked up prior to going to that destination, and that we're there at the present point. We have to literally wait until they unload the truck of what we just brought in from literally the night before. So he was like, yeah, and I'm like, okay. So he's like, do you have to go pretty bad? And I'm like, yeah. And he was just like, he's made a lot of remarks talking about I can pee in his hand, and I'm just like, ew. And then he was like, well, if you were dying or whatever, you wouldn't want me to like pee in your mouth or something. And I'm like, ew, I don't care if I'm dying, I will never let you do that shit to me. All right. So I was like, okay, you know what, I just need to use the washroom whenever it's pretty bad and I cannot hold it. He's like, there's a washroom like around the corner. And I was like, he's like, just grab what you need and like, let's go. So I grabbed my toothbrush, my toothpaste, and like I said, I had to use the washroom, right? So when we got there, he was like, I wait, I did everything I need to do already, so I'm gonna wait for you outside. So he led me to the washroom, and I went to use the washroom, and I brushed my teeth. I peed. I came outside. It wasn't the best of my abilities to brush my teeth because the water tastes nasty as fuck, but I did what I could. Okay. Got out there. We unloaded the truck. We go to stop at the next destination for 1 o'clock to get stuff. I got snacks in the prior before, so I was eating them in the truck, right? So 1 o'clock didn't really hit me that much, but when it came to 3 o'clock, I was like, I'm hungry. And he was like, we're not gonna reach the next destination or stop for like a few hours because he has to deliver this load or whatever. So he was like, okay. So when we stopped at his destination on road, I think, or before that, that's when he decided to take out his food out the fridge and he decided to warm it up and eat. And at the end of the day, whether you close the separator and eat, you're still eating in front of me. Like, I can smell the food. Like, you ate, you put away, I'm still hungry. And like, we passed, like, when I say y'all, we passed like hella truck driving points. We passed hella truck driving, but like after that 3 o'clock and he just did his load and we were driving, we passed hella spots. Like, we passed an A&W's, a McDonald's, a Subway. And before y'all say, can't you like Uber like the food to you? The thing is, if I'm Ubering the food or skipping the food to me, it would never be like an actual destination because, like I said, we're always on the move and we're only on the move for a certain period of time because of his work. So yeah, so that's what it is. So when we finally got there, it was like nighttime, y'all, like the last nighttime, and he did his load, so we were on the road to go home. So he felt like feeding me when we were gonna go home. So when we got there, I had to use the washroom first. I wasn't paying attention that all the food stops were closed. So like, when I came out and I saw Burger King, he was like, all the stuff are closed, it's not my fault. So it's just like, I'm just like, it's not like you didn't know that these places were gonna close. Like, you're always on the road and you make hella stops to fill up gas or grab snacks or stuff that you don't have. Like, the amount of times, y'all, he's called me on the phone when he's at a truck stop to pick up gas. It's not like he doesn't know when this stuff are closed, because half the time he hangs up on me when he has to go get gas. Like, gas or food or actual shit. So it's not like he doesn't know, you know, what time to go before they actually lock up for the day and then we open up at like 6 a.m. or whatever. Like, he knows. Like, he ain't no dummy. Like, he out there, he's been out doing that same job. Like, Chuck's been outside doing that job forever, so he's not stupid, you feel me? So I'm like, he's like, you should probably just go get Tim Hortons, because Tim Hortons was the only place that was open and it was about to close. I was like, you know I don't eat Tim Hortons. You remember the last time I came out with you? I think it was either the second time I came out with him or the third time, and the same shit occurred, but at this point he was trying, you feel me? The difference, like, he was trying to get there. We didn't make it in time because of traffic, right? So I was like, you know, I don't like Tim Hortons and I'm not gonna eat. Like, I don't know. The way I was hungry, y'all, like, you already, the way, like, y'all don't understand how pissed off I was at this point when I came out the washroom and he offered me Tim Hortons. You don't understand how I was pissed. I was pissed off for two reasons. The fact that he already ate in front of me, like, we had to stop to so he can get his hours. And yeah, that was the time when he did it. And I told him I was hungry, and he warmed up food and ate and closed the divider so he could eat in peace and I not see anything, and I was hungry as fuck. And then, you know what I'm saying? So that really pissed me off. And on top of that, like, you're offering me Tim Hortons. I'm just like, I don't want to eat any of that shit. And then you were like, I forgot the card. I'm gonna be right back. You go get your card and you come back and you tell me to get whatever I want. So I'm just like, I'm gonna go to the convenience store. You were like, you don't have your card. You left, right? So you go get your card. I wait. I'm rolling around the store, and I'm like, I'm gonna get a souvenir. Now let's rewind real quick. The second trip was the third trip. He asked me what my birthstone was, and I said I didn't know what it was. And I went to this display case to see, and I saw that I don't remember what it was, but my birthstone was on a necklace, and I was like, it's so cute. I want it one day. It was like almost, I think it was almost $100 or close to $200 some dollars. It was really expensive, and it was real like ass gold and shit. And I was like, it's so cute. And he was like, one day I'm gonna buy it for you, one day I'm gonna get it for you, one day I forgot it for me. And then the one day I didn't go, he came back and supplied with the exact same necklace. So keep that in mind, right? And then that day he got me a slushie and a bunch of stuff, right? So let's go back to the story. Okay. So I come out. So while he's going back to the where's the little stationary wagon, truck went back there, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna try and get another souvenir, because I've been the route this man a hell of times, and every time we stop to get food, right, like he buys me food, there's always a gift stand section, and I never actually get anything. He was the one that supplied me with the necklace, because I said I wanted it, and I reminded him about it. He ended up bringing it to me as a surprise from his truck. He's also like Christmas. He's before the pandemic hit and he was in the States, you know, Bucky Lowe's. He bought a scarf for both me and my mom. And then Christmas, he bought off-brand makeup that I didn't use to this day, and expensive perfume and money, right? Just $40 at most, right? So now like we're getting into it now. So back to that story. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna get like, I don't want any clothes, because none of the clothes are like really cute. Like for me, I'm kind of a girly girl, you feel me? So like, I like stuffed animals. Like I have a collection to this day. I don't care how old I am. I have a freaking collection of stuffed animals. They're like mad cute, and like it's events with my friends that I went to, and I actually like won prizes, so I keep them. I don't give them the fuck away, right? So I go to the section. So mind you, I've seen this little section in this gift store for so long, and I'm like, this is so cute. I want it, but like, not right now, not right now, not right now. So the problem was like, you know, fuck it, I actually want one. So now like, I feel like this will lighten up my mood, right? Despite everything that's going on, this might lighten up my mood, right? So I go to look at it, and I'm looking for the price, right? So I look. So sometimes when you're going to these places, y'all, like keep in mind, like there's kids, there's dads, and there's women who bring their kids and bring their family, and they're always running in there, messing up shit and putting stuff away. So I was like, okay, maybe a child's been in the store and like they picked up the price sign and like stuck it under to hide it, or whatever. So I looked under the bear, I looked under the, you know, the bears. There was a bear, it was a polar bear and a moose, a big moose and a small moose, and then the bears were like right in the middle. So I checked the price. I didn't know, but I checked under the thing. I didn't see the price. I checked if the price tag fell on the floor, because like I said, there's kids in this that are always running and run out. Nothing. I checked under the thing. So I feel like I was like, okay, I'll just take it and like just go to the cashier with it, and if the price is too high, like he can put it back. But in my head I'm thinking, it's a freaking stuffed animal. This shit is gonna be not gonna be more than like $10 or like $5 or shit, 50 cents, or it's one of those like, maybe if you spend something and it lands on it, you get it for free type shit. That's really what I'm thinking, right? But I'm like, you know what, before I jump the gun, I'm just bring it to the session stand, right? So I go there, I pick up the bear, he comes back and he's just like, don't pick up a lot of stuff because I have to put gas in my tank for my truck. I'm like, okay, how long do we have before we go home? He says 5 hours. So I'm like, bro, it's not pissing me off even more. It's just like, it's 5 hours and we're in a gift store, bro, that has minimum snacks. This shit ain't gonna last me for 5 hours, bro. So I pick up the bear, I pick up popcorn, and you know, I got beef jerky on our 1 o'clock trip or whatever, and I was eating it for 3 o'clock in the truck, but he was just like, bro, he was just like, I can't afford it this time, right? So I don't pick it up. I buy cheap popcorn, 2 chocolates, and lemonade, and I go to the cashier with him, right? So he's like, do you know how much the bear is? I'm like, no, that's why I bought it up. So he asked the cashier guy, how much is for the bear? Y'all, why was the bear $50? Y'all, why was the fucking bear $50? So I looked at him, and he looked at me, and I'm just like, oh shit. I can put it back like it's no big of a deal. This man paid for it, took the receipt, and had a whole attitude the whole time we get out of the damn store. Like, he had a whole freaking attitude, y'all. Like, I didn't tell you to buy that shit. Like, I picked it up so we can check the price of it when we get to the cashier. I didn't tell you to buy that shit, y'all. Like, you could have told me to put it back because you told me prior in the beginning that I couldn't pick up so much shit because you had to put gas in your truck. So you could have said next time, or whenever I go on my next travel, like you did with the freaking necklace, y'all bring it for me, right? Like, wrong or right, y'all? Wrong or right? Like, let me know. So he took the receipt, I took my stuff, and he had a whole attitude. So mind you, I didn't hear how much the bear was because I was playing music. So I peeped his attitude and I peeped the vibe change. So I'm walking up to him and I'm just like, how much was the bear, friend? Because he had a whole attitude, y'all, so I had to ask. So I didn't hear what he said. I heard 5, and I'm like, $5? So in my head, I'm like, $5, and you're catching a whole attitude over a bear that's $5? Like, it wasn't that freaking much, y'all. Like, it was $5. Then he's like, no, what? I'm like, five something, and I'm like, 15. I'm like, I'm probably not hearing him right, but if it's $15, you're getting a whole attitude over a $15 bear. So I take out the headphones, and like, he's pushing the thing, like, I can feel like out of anger. So like, I take out my headphones and we're going outside to the truck, and I'm like, how much was the bear, friend? And I take out my headphones this time, he's like, $50. I was like, fuck, yo. And then he catches the whole attitude. So now we're out in the cold, and I'm looking at him like, oh, okay, but you didn't have to catch attitude though. Like, you could have told me to put the bear back because at the end of the day, I'm not like a baby. I'm a grown ass adult, like, not spoiled as I should be. But you could have told me to put the bear back, and you would get it for me on a prior engagement of your work, or as a present for my birthday or something. Like, damn, like, it wasn't that deep. Like, I just wanted a freaking souvenir. So, like, another one besides the necklace, because like, I don't wear it that much anymore, right? So out of nowhere, he's just like, I bought you this $50 bear and I don't get nothing in return. I'm looking at him like, huh? And I'm just like, what you mean? He's like, don't you see I bought you this entire there? I don't get anything in return. And I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, you know what I mean. And then in my head, I'm just like, what the fuck? You are in something with my mom. It has no label on it at the moment because y'all be on and off. But it's the point where, like, despite that, we're still friends. You have this. What do you want me to do? Like, the amount of times I've been on a trip with him, y'all, and like we went to food and they say, is that your wife? And I say, no, we're just friends. And he's like, yeah, that's my wife. I'm like, what the fuck, bro? Like, what the actual fuck? Like, that's not funny. And then I'm like, in my head, I'm like, wait a minute, like, does he want me to run up in his arms and kiss him or suck his dick or something? Like, what the fuck do you want from me? Like, so I said to him, just like, does my friendship not mean anything to you? Like, does me not being there for you? Well, you had 2 family members passed in a year. Like, that doesn't mean anything. He's like, no. He's like, he didn't say anything. He's like, no, but we should break the ice more. And I'm like, bro, we've talked about this so many times. Like, your version of break the ice and mine is 2 different things, because it's not like I'm being an introvert with you when I'm around you. I'm being an extrovert, like I'm being outgoing. I know I don't know if I'm confusing the shit, but like I'm being more like broad. I'm not being like the way I'm my friends in New York. Like, I'm like being like reserved and still outgoing with you. Like, I've done karaoke in his work vehicle with him. We went sightseeing on him. I've seen the border to the States. I've seen the water that goes toward the States. I've seen ice, like Antarctica. I've seen traffic lights and I've seen like different like construction sites. From that versus here to Montreal, it's so freaking different. Like, I've seen it, and I've seen places marked in French, so like I've seen what it is. And I may not understand French, but like it ain't that hard to put 2 and 2 together unless you're freaking slow, right? So it's just like, what more do you want from me? Like, you know how many times like I've let you know, like, bro, like I don't want you in that type of way, and you swear you understand, and you'd focus on my mom and then go right back to me when you and my mom get into some type of like combattle and she tells me about it, right? So it's one of those, I was just like, bro, like what the actual fuck, like, bro. So I get in the truck and I'm just like, fuck it, I'm gonna just eat this for like the 5-hour drive that we have to go back home. Cause at this point I'm just like, fuck this ride. I'm never going on a ride with him ever again. I just want to freaking go, like, I'll go home. So y'all, like, we had a sleep before there, so I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. I'm trying not to confuse the timing, but I feel like I got the bear at my 3 o'clock and not later. So let me just, okay, so yeah, so thank you, Holy Spirit. Okay, so guys, I got the bear at my 3 o'clock where he was at his second destination for the day of his work, where I said I was hungry, and he actually freaking like ate in front of me and closed the curtains. And then I wanted a snack, but the shit was closed. And yeah, the same thing I told y'all a while ago about the whole bear situation, whatever. He did it at 3 o'clock, and the story about the whole what I get in return was at 3 o'clock. It wasn't at nighttime. So nighttime, I just want to go home, and I tell him I'm hungry again. Cause imagine if my 3 o'clock, yeah, it's like, to me, he had like a good 2 hours before my next meal, right? But like I said, tell y'all, he can't work on my time. So this is what happened. told y'all, he told me he forgot his wallet, so he had to go back and get it again, like the 3 o'clock time. So when I went back to get it, he's like, you can't pick up, like, no, he didn't pick up the third time. He was just like, what do you want to eat? And I'm like, I don't know. He's like, there's Tim Hortons. And I'm like, bro, like, and I'm in my head, like, I'm pissed. Like, the fact that I'm hungry, when I don't eat, I'm pissed off. I'm agitated. And I have a freaking attitude. So I'm looking at him and I'm just like, bro, I don't want fucking Tim Hortons. In my head, I'm like, stop showing me fucking Tim Hortons. I don't want no fucking Tim Hortons. You know I don't like Tim Hortons here in Montreal, and I don't like in Canada anymore. It's disgusting. Like, and the fact that the only people that work here is white kids, lazy white kids. I'm not saying that y'all like lazy, but the ones that were there, I'm not trying to be racist or anything, but the ones that were there were very like goofy and laid back. Like, they was not doing their jobs and they were lazy, and it's like they want to go on their break so bad. To the point the last time I went, they gave me a dry ass sandwich and it was disgusting. So I don't want it anymore, right? So I'm like, I don't want no things like, what do you want to eat? So like, I have a whole attitude trying to figure out what I want to eat in the process of being hungry. And mind you, he already ate in his truck when he wanted to catch more hours. So he ate. He all fed up. He good, y'all. So he ain't too worried about me. And I really feel like in my heart, after the situation with the bear at 3 o'clock and me not reciprocating to his like sexual desires about me, he just said fuck me the whole way. Cause like I said, we be on the phone, he will call me, and he'll call my mom first. If he doesn't get my mom, he'll call me, and we be talking, and half the times he'll be stopping at the sites where there's food and stuff like that. So he knows when shit's closed and he knows when shit's open. So I feel like because I didn't give in to that now, he got fed up, and because of the bear, he just said fuck me, basically, right? So I'm like, so I'm like, fuck it. So I go inside the site, right? And I'm just like, I don't know what I want to get. But he made it, he's like, you can't pick up no beef jerky because I gotta put like gas in my truck. And I'm like, but we're going home. You can't stop. You have your hours. Like, we have to be on the move. And I already want to go home, so don't make me even mad by saying we have to stop. Right? So I'm like, fuck it. So he's like, yes, I'm cheap. So I got like a small like bucket of like caramel popcorn, which was really good, by the way. But it was just really too sweet. Like, it was good, but it was too sweet. I got like some Minute Maid lemonade, which was busting, and I picked up some chocolate, and I picked up something else. And I'm just like, I asked him, like, how long do you have to get home? He's like, 5 hours. So I was like, fuck it. I made lasagna prior, before the trip, when I left, and took it upon myself to join them on this trip. So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna eat this shit that he buys me, and then I'm gonna go home to lasagna depending on how long we get home, right? So long story short, y'all, we eat, we get there, I'm ready to go home. I get in I'm ready to go home, I eat, and I'm already pissed off about all that. So I sit in the car in silence. He's like, are you good? I'm like, yeah, I'm good. Like, I keep a straight face. Like, I put this whole front on, even though I'm pissed as fuck about everything that happened. I put on a straight front. I'm like, yeah, I'm good. And then he's just like, we're not really talking this much this round. And I'm like in my head, cause I want to fucking go home now. Like, I'm done. Like, I'm not going to trip with you no more. I want to go home. The vibe's bad, and I'm not about to go on no trips with you no more. Like, I'm done. Like, I feel like I've let so much shit slide on this whole trip. Like, I low-key, like, I feel disgusted. I feel sexually, like, I feel sexually harassed, like, because I was touched unwantedly. At night, I felt an old man's hard pecker on my booty unwantedly in my sleep. And to make matters worse, y'all, like this freaking old son of a bitch put his hand up. That's the first, not the first, no, not the first one, the second sleep that we got for a second to go on a second load. When I got the bear and the vibe freaking changed, this asshole, this disgusting piece of crap put his hand up my shirt and like to bring me closer, as if I'm his girl or something, and I'm moving to move his hand out my shirt, and I feel like he woke up to wonder why the fuck I'm moving away from him. And he came closer and put his hand on my waist and went to sleep, and then woke up and said he had the best sleep he's ever got, while I'm down near like feeling traumatized as fuck, y'all. Like, on no joking shit, like I felt traumatized as fuck. And I was blindsided and I was ready to go home from there point on, but it was too earlier, so I couldn't go home, right? So when we got there, I just made a mental note to say, yo, like, yeah, I don't wanna go in with this man anymore. Like, I've had enough. Like, there's only so much in my life that there's only so much I can allow at this point. Like, I've tried being reasonable. Why am I saying reasonable? I've tried being nice and saying shit in a calming tone and letting him know that there's boundaries and letting him know that you're making it hard to be your friend when you're doing unwanted shit to me. And every time we talk, he's like, I understand. Well, do you fucking understand? Because clearly you don't understand, because if you did, you would have respected my boundaries, but you don't respect me enough to like don't do certain shit and just be a friend. That's it. So you weren't doing that, so I let you go. So after that, like, you know what I'm saying, like, I had to process what happened. I was ready to go home. I got home like, you don't have to walk me home. Like, you don't have to walk me home. Like, I'm good. Like, I just want to get away from him, y'all. Like, I was disgusted. I just want to get away from him. So when I got home, I went to shower and like woozah. And then I just automatically like I'm gonna put it behind me. And then my mom went to work and I was like, I couldn't sleep. Cause I'm like, I have to say something like now, like ASAP. So what I did, y'all, I woke up at like 4 in the morning. I sent him voice notes from 4 in the morning till 6, letting him know how I feel and how disgusted I feel. And I told him, like, bro, we gotta talk about this shit. If you ever want to be friends ever again, we gotta talk about this shit and like discuss some shit, cause what the actual fuck, right? Y'all, this is how you know people don't really give a fuck about you. They were only around for their feelings and their sexual desires. Other than that, it was really like, fuck you. Like, it was a slap in the face. Cause just like, bro, like, I'm not hurt about it. It's just like, okay, I get it. Like, it's kind of like a what the fuck did I do? Like, I was your friend and I was being there for you and I was supporting you when you went through all those deaths in your family. I was supporting you when you were feeling down and life took a toll on you when you were saying you weren't happy. Like, I was being there for you. And despite the sexual, like, not the sexual passes, the flirtatious remarks that you made at me, despite dealing with my mom on a romantic level, I let that shit pass and focused on you as a friend. But you do that. So I sent him all those voice notes and I went to sleep. he only listened to the first voice out of all the voice notes, and I'm like, I think 19 or 20 voice notes in like fully detailed. When I'm pissed off and I feel the way, like I will voice note you on WhatsApp a whole detail, like of how I feel. It may be all over the place because I'm pissed, but like I get out what I have to get out, and if it doesn't make any sense, you're supposed to hit me up and like, you know, hit me up until I can explain it. But like, he only listened, so I woke up and then I waited until he got back on, because it's like he got off the moment I sent all of them. When he got back on, he listened to the first half of the first voice note, and then he left all the others off. Yo, he stopped dealing with me. Like, he, like, out of everybody in the family, he was my biggest, well, he was my supporter. Like, despite, you know, my friends are my supporters as well and stuff like that and all that, but I want to talk about, like, I looked at him as like not a father figure, like, well, yes, no, but like you know, like a father figure, because he was around and like he was mentoring me on like life and stuff like that. So kind of like a father figure, but a friend at the same time. So like, bro, like, it's like, what the fuck, like, WTF, like, he like dropped the fuck out of me. Like, I'm not saying like we fought and he like punched me and dropped. Like, when I say dropped, I mean like he cut me the fuck off. He ghosted me and he unsubscribed from my channel, because usually when I post, like, if it's not my friends that are watching first, it's him, and then him calling me to tell me about the video and saying how like whatever, right? And on top of that, like, he saw me starting my channel, and then he said he was gonna start his and build his and brand his and do all that shit. And me, you know, going out of like, wow, I'm in YouTube school trying to better myself, I'm taking notes for you as well, because I took a private class and I can't give you my private info because you're not in it, you didn't sign up for it, and it's not for you. So I had to like get up every morning, log into the class, take the class, and take whatever notes I learned from this class. I was sending it to him and my friends to help them get their shit started. But you know, the first one, my hands down, lockdown, whatever. But him, bro, like, was asking me every day to help him with the YouTube shit, and like, I'm telling him like, you need to come. Like, I'm telling him like, I can't explain it to you over the phone because you're not gonna understand it. I have to show you like physically how I do it step by step, so you understand. When you're gonna come? I'm gonna come Friday. Okay, Friday comes around, I wake up early, no show. All gonna come, like, it's an excuse and after excuse after excuse after excuse after excuse after excuse after freaking excuse. Like, if you just don't want to do it because I don't want to be your girlfriend, say that and then learn by yourself. Like, you're not gonna keep wasting my time, right? So y'all, that's it. Like, he cut me off. He lying, talking about we still, like, him and my mom were like, you know, conversating in chat, right, when I was over there, and she asked about me to him, and he did have lied to her and told her that we still talk, when he know that he cut me off. I want to be his girlfriend, and we haven't spoke, and he unsubscribed from my channel, all because I don't want to be his girlfriend anymore. Well, I'm not saying anymore. I don't want to be his girlfriend, period. I didn't want to let him do what he wanted to do, and I wasn't allowing him to take sexually advantage of me and stuff like that. So he cut me off. So yeah, y'all, that's the third time about Chuck. Hope y'all like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.